Who won Black Friday? That is the question a lot of console warriors out there want to know the answer to. Was it the Xbox One? Was it the PlayStation 4? Or was it the Nintendo Switch? What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Before we get started, just want to mention the previous video I did was about Playground Games, the makers of Forza Horizon, hiring for their new AAA open world action RPG. Make sure you check that video out when you got the chance. But we're going to be talking about Black Friday. I know I've seen a lot of posts the last couple days about social media about how the PS4 is just dominating everything, about how the Xbox One is sold out, and how the Nintendo Switch is just selling constantly and consistently everywhere I go because they have stock. But who is the winner? Because if you're not first, you're last, right? It doesn't really matter if somebody's number one and the second place is less than 5,000 units behind them. It only matters if you're number one. Everybody else can just eat it. And we know PlayStation 4 has been dominating. They had the $199 sale started at on the 17th, I believe, at pretty much every retailer. In fact, it sold out at a lot of places. PlayStation 4 for $199 is an incredible deal. If I didn't have a PlayStation, I definitely would have jumped on that. So I could see why a lot of people would. It is the most popular console in America and also the world. It has a lot of great games on it, whether it's exclusive or multi-platforms. So it's no surprise to anybody for the first time since the system hit $199 that it's selling out everywhere. $199 is a great price point, and that's when the PS2 and a lot of the Xboxes sold the most consoles, was when it reached that mass consumerism price point. Of course, the Xbox One went on sale yesterday for $189, undercutting the PlayStation by $10, which I don't really think is a big a deal, but they let PlayStation have that entire week. You know, they didn't drop the price to compete with it. So I don't necessarily agree with that. I kind of thought that was a weird move. Why let Sony drop the price to $199 so they're cheaper than you for almost a full week before you decide to drop your price? Didn't really make sense to me, because my kind of thought process is somebody goes buy a PlayStation 4 for $199, they may not need another video game system, and you didn't give them a choice, really. If the choice was, I go to the store and I see a PlayStation and an Xbox for the same price, basically, I pick one, and maybe I don't pick the other. Well, the only choice at that point in time was the PlayStation. And Sony has been really going out with the deals, not only on PlayStation, but PSVR. Now, we have some information here from Gamestop, and it sounds like PlayStation dominated the Gamestop sales. So we have information about what was the best selling at the store, as well as what was the best selling online, and this is from DualShockers, who GameStop gave their press release to. So number one was a Sony PlayStation 4 at $100 off plus a $50 GameStop gift card. Now that is an insane deal. $199 and you get a $50 gift card. Pretty insane. The GameStop exclusive Black Friday collectible bag. The video games, which were 2K18, Call of Duty World War II, Madden 18, and FIFA, and a Funko mystery box were the top selling deals at the retailer, at the store. But secondly, they also gave them the best sellers online, which were the PlayStation 4 Pro 1TB, the NBA 2K18 and Madden NFL 18, Nintendo Switch, and the Xbox One S 500 gigabytes. So as you can see, PlayStation was number one online and number one in the store. So this is what GameStop had to say. This is from their Chief Operating Officer, Tony Bartel. He says, "Our holiday season off to a great start. We're excited about the strong growth we've seen so far by opening stores on Thanksgiving and offering incredible Black Friday deals. Our stores have seen strong traffic from customers looking to purchase the latest innovations in gaming, toys, and consumer technology products that are in high demand and are sure to be in short supply this holiday." So it sounds like PlayStation sold the most at GameStop. But then, of course, you have other places like Target, and they put out a PR giving out what the popular items there. You know, you had the Beats headphone, Dyson, Ninja coffee maker, but we're not interested in that stuff. I want to know video game stuff. And they said right here, favorite deals include iPads and watches from Apple, gaming systems including Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, Madden NFL video games. So they include Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, but no PlayStation, which I find pretty weird. So I'm not really sure this PR piece really means anything in the grand scheme of things. But then also, I found this article from Business Insider talking about Adobe Analytics, who studies this stuff, and these are the most popular items sold online for Black Friday so far, according to the data. Now, it says here, Adobe Analytics crunched the data, measuring 80% of all online sales using figures from the 100 largest U.S. retailers to find the most popular items so far. We have Apple AirPods, the Sony PlayStation VR, PJ Masks, LOL Surprise Toys, Hatchimals, collectibles, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, Nintendo Switch, and the Xbox One X. No mention of PlayStation there either, which I find to be incredibly weird. But as you can see, data's coming in. We're getting kind of a picture of, how much something sold. And I'm just kind of curious to see which one is going to win. I'm very curious. Before I thought for November that the Switch would take it. I was very adamant that I thought, hey, the Nintendo Switch, I think, has what it takes to be the top seller for November. But all the pictures, all the analytics, all the conversation really hasn't been about how much the Switch is selling like the Wii used to. The Wii would sell 3 million in a month in December. And I'm not sure the Switch is going to reach that. In fact, I've been honestly, I'm starting to think the PlayStation 4 could be the top seller with the amount of $199 deals it had for the entire week. I would not be surprised if PlayStation beat out both Xbox and the Switch. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if any configuration of the three happened. Whether it was Xbox winning and PlayStation was second, or PlayStation was first, or Xbox was second, or Switch was second. I think you could make an argument for any of those three potentially winning. I wouldn't be surprised if it came down to the wire. The X sold pretty damn well at the beginning of the month, and the S is on sale now. So I kind of feel like the the Xbox itself had a huge head start for the month based on how many people bought the X. But I also kind of feel with the deal that PlayStation's doing, being sold out everywhere with the $199 deal and selling out at GameStop and all these places, that they might have caught up to Xbox, and maybe the $189 Xbox One S won't catch up. And I don't know. It's very hard to get a full sense of this is going to win no matter what. And I am going to stick to my original prediction, which was Nintendo number 1, Xbox number 2, slightly over PlayStation at number 3. But I think it's going to be incredibly close. Incredibly close. And you know what? You got to give it hats off to Sony. They really went out with the deals this holiday for the PlayStation 4 and the PSVR, offering the $50 coupon at GameStop. They really wanted to put PlayStation first and foremost at that $199 price point. And, it's sold out everywhere. So did they underestimate demand? Did they not think the $199 was going to sell as well as it did, or did they sell exactly what they thought they would? It's kind of, I guess we'll find out eventually in December, or maybe next week when the companies give a little PR piece about how well they did for Black Friday week. But I wonder if maybe the demand for the PlayStation kind of took them by surprise, because it is pretty much sold out everywhere, and that's always a good thing. And now either way, no matter what side of the fence you are sitting on, whether you're rooting for Xbox or rooting for PlayStation or rooting for Nintendo, I'm kind of just rooting for a healthy industry. Now, if Xbox wins, great. If Xbox comes last, great. doesn't really matter to me one bit. I know it'll matter to some. I know there'll be people out there who will brag that their certain console was number one or beat out a certain other console. That doesn't matter to me. What I've always wanted was a healthy, competitive video game industry where everybody does extremely well, makes a lot of money, so developers and publishers can make more games so I can play those games. It doesn't really matter to me who's number one, number two, or number three. I just want a very healthy video game industry because I don't want it to go away because it's my favorite hobby. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Is the PS4 $199, is that going to take it to the top? Do you think it's going to be number one? If you think it's going to be number one, make sure you type in PS4 in the comments below, or PS4 number one. If you think Xbox is going to be number one, make sure you type in Xbox number one, obviously. And same thing with Nintendo. I want to get a kind of count on what people think is going to win the holidays. So put that in the messages, in the comments. I'll make sure to read them all. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.